Welcome back, young explorers, to today's Magical Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in because, wow, do we have a fantastic story for you today. We're diving into Captain Finn and the Ocean of Secrets, the plastic wave rescue. See that brave kid right there? That's Captain Finn. He's 9 years old, rocks a super cool compass necklace, and get this, he can actually talk to sea animals. Beside him is his absolute best buddy, Splash. Splash is a bright blue bottlenose dolphin who swims lightning fast and loves a good joke. And you can't miss Shelly. She's that gentle giant with the glowing golden patterns on her emerald shell. She's a green sea turtle and she's 120 years old, so she definitely knows a thing or two. Together, they explore all the amazing wonders of the deep sea. Now, I gotta ask you a huge question. Are you ready for a magical ocean adventure? I don't know, I couldn't quite hear you. Let's try it one more time. On the count of 3, I want you to shout yes right at your screen as loud as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes! Oh, that was perfect. I felt that energy all the way over here. All right, grab your imaginary captain's hats because our explainer is officially setting sail. We start off on just the most perfect morning. It's a beautiful morning at sea with sparkling golden light and dancing waves. Just picture the warm sun painting the water with that bright golden glow. You've got gentle little waves splashing against Captain Finn's tiny sailboat and seagulls zooming way up in the sky. Finn's right there at the steering wheel, just smiling out at the endless blue. Everything feels so incredibly peaceful, you just know it's the perfect day to start a brand new adventure. But then, out of nowhere, the water completely erupts. Splash, the dolphin leaps way up into the air, right next to the boat. He's squeaking in his fast, energetic dolphin voice, telling Finn to come quickly. Finn kind of laughs it off and asks him what he found this time. But Splash just lands back in the water, splashing everywhere, and squeaks, "It's something strange." Even our wise old turtle, Shelly, pokes her head out of the water. She mentions she has a feeling today is going to be very, very different. And that actually brings us to our very first ocean secret. The moral here is that every adventure begins with curiosity. See, Finn and his friends didn't just turn the boat around and run away when they heard about something strange. Not at all. They were curious. They really wanted to learn more and figure out what was going on. And you know, whenever you ask questions and want to learn about the stuff around you, you're being curious, just exactly like Captain Finn. And honestly, that's how every great adventure gets started. But wait, oh no, what happened? As the friends sail just a little bit farther from the shore, that beautiful, sparkling morning totally vanishes. The crystal clear water just isn't clear anymore. Something is definitely terribly wrong in the ocean today. It's so sad to see. The clear blue water changed. Plastic bottles, nets, and broken bags floated everywhere. It's just heartbreaking, right? This beautiful home for all these sea creatures is totally covered in yucky garbage. There are these old, super heavy fishing nets just drifting around. Broken plastic bags are covering the waves like a dirty, messy blanket. And if you look closely, right over there, there's a tiny little orange fish totally struggling because it's trapped inside a clear plastic ring. Finn's happy smile is just completely gone. Without even thinking, Finn reaches right down into the water. He very gently lifts that tiny fish out of the plastic ring, setting it free so it can swim happily away. But Splash the dolphin is unusually quiet. He points out that this mess wasn't here before. And then Shelly, the green sea turtle, lets out this deep, heavy sigh. "The ocean is asking for help," she whispers. Her voice is just so slow and filled with care. Finn gives a serious nod. He knows they have a lot of work to do. This whole moment shows us a hugely important lesson. The moral is that even small pieces of trash can hurt sea animals. Seriously, something as tiny as a plastic ring from a soda bottle or a little candy wrapper can be incredibly dangerous to fish, turtles, and dolphins. They can get tangled up in it, or even worse, they might think it's a yummy snack. That's exactly why it is absolutely crucial that our trash goes straight into the garbage or the recycling bin and never ever on the ground or in the water. Now, Finn and his crew are definitely not going to just leave their beautiful ocean like this. Finn pops open the special treasure chest he keeps on the boat. But guess what? No gold or jewels inside. Nope, it's full of reusable nets, thick gloves, and recycling bags. It is time for a massive cleanup mission. Step 1, Splash gathers floating bottles by booping them with his nose. Step 2, Shelly carries the super heavy fishing nets right on her strong emerald shell. And step 3, Finn picks up all the cans and bags. They are just working so hard and moving so fast. And wow, because of all their hard work, the ocean actually starts to look brighter again. Little fish are swimming back, seabirds are flying overhead again, everyone is smiling. And you want to know why? Well, the moral is that working together makes a big difference. When Finn, Splash, and Shelly teamed up and used all their special skills, they cleaned up that water so much faster than if just one of them tried to do it alone. Teamwork is basically a real-life superpower. Okay, so as the water clears up, they spot something totally incredible, shimmering deep beneath the waves. Splash gasps and says he's never seen anything like it. They all swim down way deep into the ocean and... whoa! Hidden behind colorful corals stood a giant golden gate. It's the lost ocean city. It is absolutely breathtaking. The gate is covered in these ancient, beautiful shells, and then, slowly, almost like magic, the massive golden gate starts to open completely on its own. But once they get inside this magical city, things just aren't quite right. The big crystal towers and the rainbow coral gardens, which are usually so bright, have turned this dull gray color. The sea plants are looking all weak and droopy. Just then, a tiny little young seahorse swims right up to Finn. In this really small, whispery, sad voice, the seahorse says, "Our home is getting sick." That's when Finn realizes something awful. The trash up on the surface didn't just stay up there. It actually sank all the way down here to this hidden, magical underwater city. This brings up such an important lesson for us to learn. The moral is that our actions can affect places we cannot even see. Sometimes, if someone drops a piece of plastic on the sidewalk, the wind might blow it into a river. Then that river carries it all the way out to the deep ocean, and it sinks right down to where all these magical sea creatures live. So even if we can't see the bottom of the ocean from our street, the choices we make up here on land definitely still change what happens all the way down there. Well, Finn has a brilliant idea. He shouts out, "Let's clean every corner." And instantly the whole city turns into one giant cleanup crew. Check this out. The octopuses sorted the trash using all 8 of their arms. The crabs collected all the tiny pieces with their little claws, and the sea turtles carried the really heavy objects away. It is just this massive, incredible underwater team effort. And then, the moment they take away that very last plastic bag, boom! Pink, blue, purple, orange. The coral slowly glowed again. Oh, it is just spectacular. All those bright, magical colors come rushing back to the city. The glowing sea flowers bloom super bright. The whole underwater city comes totally back to life. Sea creatures are dancing all over the place, and little underwater children are laughing. The magic is fully back. This really shows us something amazing. The moral is that when everyone helps, nature can heal. The ocean is incredibly strong and beautiful. If we just take away the stuff that's hurting it, like all that plastic and trash, the earth actually knows exactly how to make itself colorful and healthy again. And guess what? You have the power to help nature heal every single time you pick up a piece of litter. So, after this huge cleanup, there is a massive underwater celebration. The ocean elder, who is the super wise creature of the deep, comes out to thank the friends. He tells them that they didn't just clean up the city, they reminded everyone that the ocean belongs to all of us. Captain Finn stands up super tall and brave, looks right at the elder and says, "I promise to keep protecting the sea." Splash raises his fin to promise too, and Shelly gives a really proud nod. And that teaches us another wonderful lesson. The moral is that promises become powerful when we keep them. Honestly, it's super easy to just say we're going to do something good, right? But the real magic happens when we actually get up and do it. By keeping his promise to protect the sea, Captain Finn is being a true, real-life hero. And you can absolutely be a hero too, just by keeping your promises to nature. Okay, so now the friends are sailing their boat back home, right into this gorgeous golden sunset. But wait, Finn notices something down in the water. There is something shining beneath the waves. It's a glowing map. No way! Splash blinks his eyes real fast and is like, "Did you see that? The map is glowing with this magical blue light, slowly floating deeper and deeper into the sea." Shelly just smiles this soft, knowing smile as they all look over the edge of the boat. "The ocean still has many secrets," she says. Oh, I just absolutely love that. Captain Finn flashes this huge grin because he knows exactly what that glowing map means. Their very next grand adventure is already waiting for them, right beneath the waves. Before we wrap up our explainer today, let's remember the absolute biggest lesson of all. The moral is that every adventure teaches us to care for the world around us. Whether you are exploring a hidden, magical underwater city or honestly just playing in the park down your street, every single time you step outside, you're learning how to love and protect our beautiful Earth. And as a final little message, Finn, Splash, and Shelly want to remind us of something super important. Finn says, every bottle we recycle, Splash jumps in, every piece of trash we pick up, and Shelly finishes with, and every kind choice we make. And then all together they shout, helps keep our ocean clean and beautiful for everyone. Now, I want to leave you with one really big question to think about. What can you do to help the Earth today? Maybe you can make sure your juice box goes right into the recycling bin, or maybe pick up a stray piece of paper you see on the sidewalk. You could even remind your family to grab the reusable bags before going to the grocery store. Even the tiniest choice makes you a certified Earth-protecting hero just like Captain Finn.
Oh, and would you look at this? We have a special sneak peek at our very next explainer. It's called the Glowing Pearl Mystery. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. Basically, one night, the moon pearl suddenly loses all of its magical light, and the ocean starts growing darker by the minute. Captain Finn and the crew are going to have to follow a trail of glowing jellyfish to figure out what happened. You are definitely not going to want to miss that one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on today's amazing adventure. Remember to make kind choices for the Earth today, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.